Okay, so we're going to talk now about how we use muons to study ionic motion. Because it wasn't really covered anything else, I'm just going to mention muon motion, which is basically very similar, and electron motion, which is almost the same, because they're all linked together, and you can use muons to study them all. So the first question, some of you might have no interest in ionic motion as far as you consider it, but you're relying on it absolutely every day. And the big interest of studying ionic motion for muons is batteries. I might just put batteries all the way down the slide because that's the majority of what people are interested in at the moment. Because hydrogen fuel cells and storage materials, they rely on ion motion as well. Some solar cell materials experience ionic motion. They shouldn't, but they still do. And then the other thing we can look at is electron transport in polymers. And ultimately, a good reason to study this is quite interesting to some people. Some people probably not. Okay, so why study it with muons? So the first thing about ionic motion, it often changes on different length scales in a material. So what's going on at the scale of the atoms can be quite different from what's going on at the scale of the bulk material or a full-size device. And muons probe the atomic scale, which is often one of the simplest places to look. And it's also quite instructive because if you understand what's going on at the foundations, you can then work out what the shape of the rest of the building can be. The time scale of muons probe about a microsecond. It's just about right for the sort of motion of ions on the atomic length scale. So muons are sensitive in about the right range. And you can study what's going on intrinsically in the material rather than having to make it into a device, rely on all the other bits of that device working particularly in ways you may have difficulty understanding. And one thing, so muon measurements are often quite similar to NMR measurements. You can do NMR measurements on battery materials, it's a very good idea to do that. But they often have difficulty with paramagnetic materials, and most of the cathode materials in batteries we use, lithium batteries we use today, are paramagnetic. So muons find that rather easy. Now, in hydrogen, the case of hydrogen, muon, as Francis said earlier, is quite a lot like a light proton. So whatever the proton does, the muon's likely to do similarly, but maybe a bit quicker or slightly differently. It at least gives you a way you can see what might happen with a proton, and maybe compare to what does happen with protons. And muon captures the electron. That's a slight lighter version of hydrogen. So hydrogen storage material, that's the sort of thing you want to look at. So what ions can you study? Now I've tried to do this in some traffic lights. So red, stop, amber, proceed with caution or prepare to stop, and green, proceed at will. So you can see things like lithium and sodium, they work very well because you have a nice big nuclear magnetic moment, and the abundance of these ions is really high. So chances are if the muon's near one, it will have a magnetic moment. If you move down the table to something like magnesium, you can see that the moment size is a bit smaller, but actually the abundance is very much smaller. And that one actually turns out you can do measurements if the conditions are favourable. Some of these haven't been studied, like aluminium and vanadium, but they're not of interest in batteries, somewhat future-looking batteries. Hydrogen is a little bit more complicated because it's then very similar to a muon. So you've got to think quite hard about, does your signal correspond to a muon moving or a hydrogen or a proton moving? It has the other things which should make it quite easy to measure. Fluorine, which some people are interested in, fluoride ion motion. Muon's quite fond of fluorine, so I think will come up later today. So that can complicate the signal. So actually, the temperature range ions move is often different. So that one could be quite tricky. Other things are really hard because there's almost no abundance of the ions having a nuclear magnetic moment. So you either have to enrich them, which can be expensive, or move on to something different. We'll study in a different way. Often, the things that you need to think about are the nuclei going to move faster than the muons in your sample? Because muons can move in samples, and if you're going to measure your ion motion, you're probably going to rely on the muons staying put. Do you have a magnetic environment? Because if it's very magnetic, that could be a problem. But paramagnetism sort of things that go on in transition metal oxides around room temperature, that's normally fine. And the criteria for these things working are often quite similar to the criteria for doing NMR experiments. So people often will be thinking about those at the same time as doing muon measurements. What else can you study? Well, muon motion is very much like hydrogen. So a very large area in muon spectroscopy up until about the mid-80s was looking at hydrogen in very pure metals. and understanding quite fundamentally what was going on in those. And that's, those skills can transfer across to fuel cell and hydrogen storage materials. And then Muon's probing what it does itself, which is a little different to what most of the talks we've had so far, where the Muon is going in as a more passive institutional observer. And you need to think in that case, if you're actually interested in hydrogen but you're using a Muon, what's the difference? And often computational techniques can give you some clues on that. With electron motion, people are studying conducting polymers. Here the Muon is very active because it's actually relying on going in, displacing an electron that goes off down the polymer chain. The electron needs to go away down the chain and come back. And you're measuring how often it's returning on a sort of random walk. So how does it work? So the basic physical situation is the spin polarized muon's going to come along and it's going to stop in the sample. And hopefully there are some nearby nuclei with magnetic moments that will give magnetic fields, and then there'll be this incoherent spin protection. And you can also get fields from electrons that will cause spin relaxation, and that complicates the signal, but often in a way that can be understood. And you're going to hope, if you're studying ionic motion, that the ion that's near the muon will then move, and as it moves, the muon spin will be flipped. Of course, if you're studying muon motion in a system where there are nuclear moments, that's kind of the same but in reverse. And then eventually the muon's going to decay, and you'll set positron. And the signal you get depends on how often during the muon's lifetime its spin was flipped, and also how fast it incoherently processed. So the most common sort of signal you'd be looking at is called Kuhn-Vitali function. And you start off with a muon incoherently processing in Gaussian distribution fields from nuclei. That's the red line here. Now if you add some dynamics to that from the ions moving, that will change the form of the signal, and you can see going from 0 to what this is comparing the size of the field distribution to how often the nuclei move. And then as that gets faster, the signal shape changes, and you can get your data to look at that. And if you can work out what the rate at which ions are hopping, and you know which way around the material they travel, you can work out the diffusion rate almost directly at the scale of the atoms. So that's how that method works. So that's done in zero or small longitudinal fields. You can do something very similar if you use relatively small transverse fields. This is analogous with the NMR method. Here, this is expressed in terms of correlation time, tau, rather than the hopping rate nu. You can work on a slightly different time scale for the Kuhn-Vitali function, so slight difference, isn't it? If you have a system that perhaps got a wide band gap and you generate muonium, that can decouple in small fields differently from a bare positive muon. So that's very complicated for the data. But if you're doing these sort of transverse field measurements, that muonium signal can be removed from the data, and then you can look at the data you're interested in. And I think back in the day when zero field compensation wasn't quite as good as it is today, this was used much more commonly. Now, this basic model you can also apply to longitudinal field USR, and that was shown by Keren in the mid-90s. And then in the case of electron motion, you have something completely different. So the muonium is going to attach to a polymer chain. The electron whizzes off down the chain, it comes back on a sort of random walk, and every time it comes back to the muon, it's going to flip the muon spin. And you get quite a complex and exotic relaxation function there, but you can certainly find examples of it. This is very well described, the electron motion in materials. And that's the Risch-Kern model. So why mightn't it work? I think that's a good thing to think about when you're going to try something. It could work, but what problems are? So if your sample was too magnetic, then the fields from the electrons would be really big, and you wouldn't see the fields from the nucleon. That could be because you've got magnetic order. But at the temperatures ions normally move, that's pretty unusual. Strong paramagnetism can happen. That's certainly caused problems in some studies. Ions don't always move at the rate that the muon is sensitive to. But if that's the case, you can just warm the sample up or cool it down, and often you'll be able to find a region that works. As I said, if you've got a wide bandgap insulator, then muonium can complicate the signal. There's a way to find that. And if the ion doesn't have a nuclear moment, you're probably a bit stuck. Unless you're rich enough to isotopically enrich it, you're probably nothing to see here. And in the final case, muons can move faster than ions of interest, unless you're interested in the muon moving. Most people aren't. When people have set out to study ionic motion, it's been very rare that they found a muon moving faster than the ion. So most of the time it turns out okay. So to finish, it's quite popular at the moment to do this. And as experiments, it's a fairly easy experiment to do, and the data analysis is normally routine or variations on something that's quite routine. You're getting the atomic scale information about that. That can be quite different from what goes on in the bulk, so it's a useful bit of information to add to other sources of information, often from bulk techniques, and then you can build up a full picture of understanding what's going on in a particular material. We're fortunate that lithium and sodium are the materials that are most commonly studied in batteries, and they're quite easy to probe with muons. And more rare, but some people will want to study muon motion and electron motion, and that can be done as well. So on that, I'll finish. Thank you.
Anyone, any questions?
Steve.
How easy is it to tell whether you're seeing the ions move or the muons?
I think that's actually moderately difficult. I mean, you can model what you might see in different circumstances. You can compare to other similar materials where you know the ions don't move. And that's quite a good method. You can calculate from first principles how likely or how deep the track the muon should go into is. And I think if you were seeing muons trapped on a scale of electron volts, but an activation energy of maybe a tenth of an electron volt, there's a clear separation in the hierarchy of energy levels there. So for a lot of the transition metals that are common in batteries now, people have gone through those steps of working out, is there a control measurement I can do where things shouldn't move, and indeed they don't. And then you can do the first principles calculations as well. I hope Martin Manson's going to talk about this more in his talks because he actually did this, so I didn't want to steal his thunder.
Anyone else? If not, we'll thank Peter again.